Hello, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to play DX Monsters. DX Monsters is a trading card game full of monsters, spells, and equip cards. A player's deck contains at least 40 cards and no more than 60. Before the battle begins, both players set the top 3 cards of their deck into their shield zones and then draw 5 cards. At the beginning of each player's turn, they draw 1 card from their deck and conduct their turn either by summoning monsters, casting their spells, equipping their equips to their monsters, moving their monsters, and battling. A player wins the game by zoning their opponent. The 3 shields come into play to protect a player from being zoned. A player can break an opponent's shield by hitting him from a direct attack with 3 monsters while they control no monsters. They break a shield from the bench zone. They run out of cards to draw, or by a card effect. There are 5 main type of cards that a player will use in DX Monsters. First, let's go over each of them real quick. First up are the monster cards. As you see here, there are 4 different types of monster cards. We have our level 1s, our level 2s, our level 3s, and our level 4s, which is very easy to tell the difference of them, and also by their level in the corner by their name. Next up are normal spell cards. These blue cards are a one-time use effect and are your chances to boost you into winning the match. Next up are quick spells. These are red cards. Like normal spells, they can be used at any time, and mostly they're used to disrupt your opponent. Next up are equip cards. These are special cards. These orange cards attach and equip to your monster, either by giving them a boost in power or a card effect. Now, most equip cards need equip cost that you'll have to pay before you can actually equip it to a monster. And last up are land cards. These green cards are kind of like your normal spell cards, but they have a continuous effect and will help you boost your odds of winning. Alright, now that we talked about the cards a little bit, let's go over the playing mat. Now as you see here, there's many zones on the mat, but we're going to go over each one real quick so you can get a little rundown of how they're used. First up is the deck zone. That's where you put your deck and you draw your cards throughout the game. Right above that is the graveyard zone. Graveyard zone, that's where cards are set when they're destroyed, milled, discarded, or used. They're placed there face up. And right above that is the banish zone. When cards are banished, they're face-tiered and they are out of the game and cannot be used any further. Now if we go across the map, you'll see the land zone. That's where your green cards, you place those face up, and that's how you activate their effects throughout the match. Now looking in the middle of the map, we have the battle zone right up top. There are 3 battle zone spots where a player can control 3 monsters in the battle zone at once. Now creatures are summoned here from their hand into the battle zone, and the creatures can battle your opponent's monsters that are directly across from them in the same column. Now, right below that is the bench zone, and this is the most common way for a player to get zoned. Monsters are set into the bench zone when they are pushed back either by being defeated by battle, benched to summon a higher level monster, or by a card effect. And last up is the shield zone. This is technically your life. Now, as we said at the beginning of the video, before the match begins, the players add the top 3 cards of their deck into the shield zone. And these protect the player from being zoned. The most common way for a player to be zoned is a shield break. And that's when a player has 3 monsters or zoned cards in one bench zone. When that happens, they discard those cards, send them to the graveyard, and one of their shields is broken, and they add that card to their hand. Now, once a player has no shields, they are in danger of being zoned, in which next time they are zoned, they lose the game. Now, while playing DX Monsters, there are 3 main actions you need to remember while conducting your turn: summoning, moving, and battling. We'll go over each one of those real quick. Summoning. You can summon as many monsters as you want in DX, but you have to conduct the summoning requirement for the cards. As for level 1 monsters, the bronze, they have no summon requirement, and you can summon as many level 1s as you want. Level 2 monsters require a bench summon from a level 1 monster, in which a bench summon is when a monster in the battle zone is pushed back to the bench zone to summon a higher level monster. Now the level 3 monsters, the gold cards, you must bench summon a level 2 monster to summon it. And finally, the level 4 monsters, your purple cards, you must bench summon a level 3 monster to summon it. Now moving. A player can move 1 monster per turn, so you get 1 move per turn. And that can either be done horizontally or vertically. Horizontally, there are some couple ways you can do it. You can either move to the left or to the right, or if there are two adjacent monsters, they can swap places. Now, moving vertically, you can move one of your bench monsters back up into the battle zone, and he's ready for battle. And finally is battling. Now, if you look at this monster right here, we'll go over how the battling works in DX Monsters. Now, as you see right above the monster's name, there's a little circle. This is known as its battle color. And right below here, the 3 circles on the bottom are known as its battle stats. Now, when a monster battles and it's attacking the opponent's monster, whatever its battle color is, it attacks the same color of the opponent's battle stat. For example, this card is red, so his red will attack the opponent's red. Now, the defeated monster, if it's defeated in battle, is pushed back into the bench zone. Now, monsters in the battle zone can attack, monsters in the bench zone cannot attack, but they can still battle. So, and when a monster is in the bench zone, they're endangered of being zoned. Now, a monster can be zoned in the bench zone if they're attacked again and defeated. And once a monster is zoned, that card is flipped over and it is called dead. This is called zoned. When a monster or a card is face down, it's zoned. And the effects, it can't attack, all of it's gone. And again, once there are 3 monsters or zone cards in a bench zone, a shield breaks. And those are the 3 main actions that a player will take during their turn. Now remember, there's no specific order. You can do those in any order when you play. Just remember, a player can summon as many monsters as they want, as long as you conduct the summoning requirement. A player can move 1 monster only once during a turn, and each monster they control can attack once. Now that we did a quick review on how to play DX Monsters, let's first go over some key action words that you would take on with your cards in DX Monsters. First up is draw. You draw 1 card from your deck. Discard, when a card from your hand is sent to the graveyard. Milled, a card from your deck is sent to the graveyard. Search, a player searches through their deck or graveyard for a card. Every time a search action is conducted, the deck is always shuffled afterwards. Benched, when a monster is either defeated, benched to summon a stronger monster, or by a card effect, they're pushed back from the battle zone to the bench zone. Bench summon, when a monster is pushed back to summon a higher level monster. Zone, zoning a monster is when it's flipped face down and its effects are dead. Now, a monster can be zoned in the battle zone by effect if stated, and if it is zoned from the battle zone, it is just zoned and pushed down into the bench zone. Zoning a player, they lose the game unless they have a shield, which the shield is broken instead. Unzone is a special effect in which you can flip a monster that is zoned, flip it back up, and it can use its effects in battle again. Special summon is when you can special summon a monster without conducting its summon requirements. It's placed into the battle zone. And with that, we've came to the end of the video. And if you would like to learn more about DX or about how to play, we got more videos that you can click on. And I thank you for your support and playing, and go master your zone.